Baby, whatever this town is that these folks live in, you have a heck of a time keeping your integrity in this town. My goodness.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to put my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms.
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Season 6, Episode 3 of Have and Have Nots. Like I said, I don't know what the little town is, but it is just off the chain. Everybody's doing everything with everybody. Okay? You got to keep try to keep your integrity intact around these parts. We'll talk about it, honey. Everybody's doing everything and getting caught. Okay, so we start right off. We're right at the hospital with Benny and Hannah. Benny gets caught by Hannah with Veronica. So she's having a fit. She's going in, and she kept asking, why don't you listen to me anymore? And he was like, I do listen to you. I'm not messing with her. This, that, thing, and the other. Hannah don't believe it. She don't want to hear it. Mitch eventually shows up. He's like, he can stay with her. You need to take me to where Candice is. She got the letter that the baby had written, and she let Benny read it. And the letter basically is saying, you know, I want Mama and Grandma to stop arguing and this, that, thing, and the other. Whatever. So she wants to go to Candice so that Candice can read the letter and that maybe it'll jar something in Candice. Child, Candice hates you, honey. That letter is not going to help, but whatever. Do what you want. We see Candice over at her hotel. She gearing up with some trick down at the bar. Nice looking guy. She down there going back and forth with him, you know, telling him, you know, you come to my room in an hour, we're going to get down. Come in on your knees, this, that, and the other. She went through all his... You know how she works it. Y'all done seen her work it in the past. She worked him, let him know, you know, you're a liar. You're not no truck driver. You're just an old goddamn trick. And I'm going to get this here money and it's going to be on and popping. So she tells him, you come to my room in an hour, this, that, and the other. And at the same time, after he goes off, we find out Candice knows Rocky. And Candice is all up on what's actually going on. Down there, and there's this other girl who's actually there, and Candice is like, should I put her up on game? Rocky, have you put her up on game? He's like, no. She said, well, I'm gonna do it. Well, in the meantime, between time, there's an undercover policeman there. Candice, she clocked him. He ends up going over, and she really drug him, told him, she said, you're undercover, and ain't nobody got time for you. He's like, why can't you whores go down somewhere else that's not high profile and work? Why you always got to come someplace where we got to bust y'all and all this? She's like, Candice is like, I don't know who you think you are, but I am not no whore. I told you that I was a college student. That's what I told you. And I'm actually studying law. So if you want to have real problems, continue on with what you're doing. Continue on accusing me of being a whore. Just continue on, and I'll show you what it is that I'm good at. He got his ass away from there messing with Candice. End up going over to the other girl. So Rocky's like, oh, she's too late now, Candice. How am I going to warn her about, you know, the undercovers being in here and all of that? She'll say, I want to see how this plays out. This will be interesting. Candice want to see what she got. So she said, just don't worry about it. We're going to just watch it, see how it play out. So they got all that going on. Okay, so let's switch on over to, let's talk about Charles and Landon. Some creepy shit. Okay, remember last time they were talking about they was going to have a little sit down and they were going to go out for a drink or whatever. So they're sitting around having these cocktails. They doing shots and carrying on. And it got very creepy very fast for me. And then I started to get mad. I started getting mad because Tyler does these little things that I just can't get with. I can't get with. I don't like the building of the narrative that gay people are predators. I don't like that shit. And I get that a lot of times from Tyler. And girl, don't do that. Don't do that. Bitch, don't do that. But this is what I'm getting. They're giving, because see, Landon is soft. We know that. Landon's soft. Landon is a little privileged, little smart little boy that ain't about that life. But at the same time, he is always given that gay predator role. And I don't like it, like how he did with Jeffrey, real predatory and everything like that. Now you got him doing this with Charles. And Charles is completely oblivious, is what you're painting. That Charles is oblivious to the fact that Landon is gay. If you don't stop this shit, child, Candice already blew that out of the water. Because she was throwing stuff at him, like calling him, you know, like leading on that he was a queen and that she knew it before. So how is it that now all of a sudden we're supposed to believe that Charles is just oblivious to his sexuality? Whatever. They're having this conversation back and forth. Charles is like, he's asking Charles about, you know, do you sleep around with these women and all this because you got all these groupies? Charles like, I don't do it. I don't get into it. It's that thing and the other. He done been to the army. Okay, you know, he served in the service and all of these different things. Charles has had this worldly life as far that we know. He done been into some everything. He was a band person. He was an army person. Now he's running for the president. I don't want to hear no shit about Charles don't know nothing about no man on man stuff. I don't want to hear it. Can't nobody sit and try to feed me that. So the fact that they're giving, he's oblivious to the fact that Landon is gay. He's oblivious to the fact that Landon is kind of coming on to him. Stop it. Stop it. That just, this whole scene just pissed me off. So then they get drunk. Charles dismisses Landon, you know. Oh, because when he asked Landon, you don't be messing around with these women, do you? And he gonna say, oh, no, I don't mess around with these women. You know good and goddamn well he ain't messing around with no goddamn women, and you need to stop your playing. Anyway, so he's leaving. And Charles is already taking his clothes and stuff off. And Landon's all checking him out and being real creepy with it. It was a turn off to me. I didn't like it. I just was like, this scene is getting on my nerves. This scene is really getting on my nerves. You're making him like he's, I don't know. I just didn't like that. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all thought. Y'all put it on down there in the comments. But I can't even imagine Landon being comfortable enough to be all predatory when it comes to Charles. Remember, Charles threatened him before, got all up in his face and about scared him to death. So really, would he really be that willing to try to go for the meat, honey? I don't think so. I don't think so. You were saying something that he didn't like before and he rolled up on you. So I can't imagine that you really going to come after his person. Really? I didn't like that scene. That scene got on my nerves. Anyway, y'all put down there in the comments. Tell me how y'all felt about it. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about the DA, old George Lenn, the DA. He went down there, took his ass down there to see Jeffrey. Pulls Jeffrey out the cell. He gets to going on with Jeffrey. About down there aggravating Jeffrey, telling Jeffrey. Jeffrey said, I'm not going to talk to you at all till I get a lawyer. You know Jeffrey know the ins and outs of the shit. I ain't talking to you. He said, well, your mother, your mother was in an accident. This, that, thing, the other. He said, my mother's not my lawyer anyway. My father is my lawyer. Well, your mother says she was. Well, she lied, motherfucker. She's not. My dad is my lawyer. So get with that. And I'm not saying nothing till my daddy get here. So he went through this whole thing. Were you sleeping? Do you know Judge Bach? I think it's Bach is her name. I know who she is, but no, I don't know her. Well, you're sleeping with her husband, ain't you? Oh, he went through all of this mess, and you got a baby on the way, and you're engaged, right? And you're gay, and you're messing with a police officer. That's all a mess. And what's up with that? Your mom just gave you up like a tossed salad. I said, oh, I tossed it a salad, honey. I said, stop it, George Lenn. You better quit it. Better quit it, George. Anyway, so he wouldn't talk. He wouldn't talk at all. D.A. George goes back and he ends up talking with Sarah, telling Sarah, you know what? I want some DNA. I need some sure stuff so I can lock these people up. Said I done already dealt with them before and I ain't giving them nowhere. She said, we got enough stuff to actually get them. No, I ain't. I want to be sure. I want some DNA. I said, oh my. So they end up parting ways. She's coming out. Then Sarah runs into Oscar. Oscar gives her the phone. Jim is on the phone, Jim Cryer, and basically lets her know, oh, you don't know who I am no more? She's like, what? He's like, you know who I am, and you need to bring your ass on down to the Artesian. And she's like, I'm not doing. He said, you get your ass down there to this Artesian. You know that Jim, they paid it up like Jim got some good Peter, honey, and be running the girls. Is Jim in charge of the girls? Yes, Jim is in charge of the girls. Everybody except for Candice. Candice wears his ass out. So I said, oh boy, okay, we're going to have problems with Sarah. Okay, so let's talk about how tired I am of David and Erica. I am sick of Erica. I'm sick of her role and how this is moving. It's starting to get on my nerves. You know, she's so pitiful and her story keeps changing. Then they're sitting there on the floor and the next thing you know, Justin's outside. She's like, the police is outside, this, that, and the other. Justin goes out. David comes out, or David comes outside. He's like, I had to hand deliver you this message because you weren't answering your phone. Jeffrey's in jail, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. David's like, okay, I gotta go. Why, when David come back in the house, is that goddamn Erica hiding behind the wall? I said, bitch, if you ain't giving fugitive, honey, I said, if you don't get your ass from behind that wall. I'm so sick of her. It's like it's gone past the point of like a damsel in distress. That bitch is giving like Thelma and Louise, and we don't know what happened to Louise, and Thelma's left hiding behind walls and shit. Now, I'm sick of the bitch. Then she turns around and gonna tell David, oh, yeah, my ex, he's a cop. You just keep on building a story about this ex. Now, if he was a cop, it's going to be even easier for David to track him down, right? What is you doing, Erica, you dumb bitch? Now, I'm sick of her ass. I'm getting to the point where I ain't going to want to see Erica no more. I'm going to want Candice to kill you and get you out of the storyline, bitch. Anyway, in the midst of all of this, Dave is on his way. He got to go on down to take care of Jeffrey. Justin finally answers the phone because he has Jeffrey's phone. His phone keeps ringing. It's Wyatt that keeps calling Jeffrey. Maybe that Justin got on that phone and told him, do not keep calling this goddamn phone. If you keep calling this phone, it is not going to be nice for you. It's going to get ugly, rich boy. Don't call here for my man no goddamn more. So they get to going back and forth. And why I said, why you don't like Justin, you don't like Jeffrey, you don't care nothing about Jeffrey, you don't care nothing about none of that. But you sure is getting all bent out of shape about that man having Jeffrey's phone and carrying on. He was talking all smart. Gonna tell him, yeah, he said, I told you don't call back here no more. He hung up on Wyatt. Why I'm gonna call back and gonna say, you better put Jeffrey on this goddamn phone. He gonna tell him, you know what, are you at home? And that damn Wyatt gonna say, yeah, I'm at home. He gonna say, good, I'm gonna be over there in a minute. I said, and see, Wyatt playing games. He don't realize he's dealing with Psycho Cunt. You know Psycho Cunt gonna go over there and beat the shit out of Wyatt, don't you? He's gonna go, child. I told y'all, Jeffrey done slid it up in Justin sideways. He put the David on his ass, honey, and he is crazy. He gonna go over there and beat the shit out of Wyatt's ass, and I'm here for it. I really am. Go get him. He told him, well, come on over here. Come on in your little pink police car. I said, oh, you better quit talking that shit. You gonna get your ass whooped. I said, Lord have mercy. So we got that going on, and I'm sitting here, I'm waiting patiently. I want Justin to go over there and yank Wyatt. I really do. I really, really do. But you know what would be really even more interesting? Wouldn't it be more interesting if Justin goes over there and start messing around with Wyatt, and then there be the Wyatt versus Jeffrey versus Justin? The child, yes, indeed. Hey, Tyler, you want to mix it up? You want to make it real interesting? Let Justin go over there and do something with Wyatt, honey. You like to have people get raped. You can do that too. Yeah, Wyatt always, Wyatt don't mind you taking it from him. goddamn fool. He done been molested 900 times by grown folks. I just thought, as a grown person, I said, Lord have mercy. Anyway, but if you mix that up some kind of way and make Wyatt like Justin, we really have something going on. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so that Derek and Mrs. Cryer actually got to talking. That's the handyman. He asked all about, she was asking him about HAHN. Do you think she's cute? This, that, thing, the other. She's trying to marry HAHN off. He is a cute man. But anyway, he ends up telling her, yeah, Veronica was in a car accident. That goddamn Catherine was like, oh, really now? She gonna say, yeah, I'm gonna have to give her a call. Yeah. I said, girl, that didn't sound all that convincing at all. Okay, anyway, so we got all that going on. Okay, so like last things, there's 2 more things we're going to talk about here, and then I'm going to let this go. Melissa is at the doctor's, and I said, what kind of doctors are these down at this place? The doctors asked Melissa about the baby. You know, she's like, you know, he said, you know, I know you're pregnant. She will say, I don't give a damn. I don't want no damn checkup. I don't give a shit about no damn checkup. I don't care nothing about this damn baby. Ready to jump it down up out of my coochie. I don't give a shit about this baby. Then she says, where's that bitch that I came in here with? He tells her what room she's in. Now, just from listening to the way she's talking, wouldn't no doctor give you information? She said, where's that bitch at? And then she gonna say, so that bitch ain't gonna die? She ain't gonna die? Damn. I said, wouldn't no doctor give you the information? Because it sounds like you gonna do something to her. Child, she went on down there to Veronica's room. Baby got there, got to argue with Veronica. Told her, I need some damn money. Veronica said, I'm not going to be taking care of your mother no more. She's like, I don't give a damn. She's like, you just being crazy. When I cracked up, when Veronica told Melissa, you're crazy as hell. I said, well, if you think she's crazy, then you know she's really, really gone because we know you're crazy as fuck. So she told her, she says, yeah, she said, I need some damn money. She went up in Veronica's purse. She said, you better give me my goddamn purse. She said, shut up, you bitch. Took her credit card out of there and told her, she said, they was tussling a little bit. She told her, she said, you better be glad you got my grandbaby in your stomach, bitch, because you know it's the only thing keeping me off your ass. She said, I don't give a damn about you or this goddamn baby. I'm out of here, bitch. And she said something to her, told her they went back and forth. Melissa went on out of there hollering and acting a fool. Veronica made a call to a judge, honey, and talking about she need to have Melissa committed because she's a little crazy. She need to have her committed until she delivered the baby. I said, oh, Lord. They're going to say, oh, dumb bitch, she don't even know what she being set at. I said, oh, mess. Okay, so that's what's going on with them. Last thing, let's go back to Candice's room. So Candice is up there. Benny shows up with Hannah. They go through their normal thing. 30 minutes worth of, it was your fault. No, it was your fault. No, it's your fault. This, that, and the other. They're going back and forth. So I just came here with this letter because I thought it would evoke something in you. She's like, you did everything. You evoked everything in me and killed everything in me when you got my baby killed because it was your fault. And I want you to die. Because you got my baby killed. And Betty's like, you know that's not true. She said, you shut up. Because you're part of it too. Because you begged me for my baby. And then you made me give him to her. And now my baby's dead. Both of y'all is at fault. Honey, Betty was getting over there. He thought, Ward wasn't looking for me. This, that, and the other. And they got to going back and forth. Hannah told him, just leave it alone. Leave it alone. She said, get out of here. Take your baby out of here with you. And Betty said, no, we all leaving. Because mommy got this big house and this, that, and the other. And you can come, Candice. And honey, Hannah was like, no, bitch can't come to my house, Cheryl. She going to say, oh, you don't have to worry, Hannah. I will never step foot in the house that your master gave you. She said, you keep it up here. I said, and what you going to do, Hannah, bitch? What you going to do? Now, y'all been doing all this talking. I know most of y'all have been subscribed to me. If my mother was in Hannah's position and it was me or my brother that kept talking this shit to my mother, baby, it would be some goddamn, listen, it would be some slow singing and some flower bringing. My mother would have been swinging because that's just how she is. She'd have been swinging by now. Honey, Candice keep talking that shit, talking that shit. So you hear this knock at the door, and she's trying to put them out. Honey, and Betty said, I know good. What are they? No goddamn John showing up here. She said, yes, it is, and y'all get on out. I said, you're not going to turn no damn trick. She's like, man, y'all get on out of here. She lets old boy in. So we're sitting there, and they're going back and forth, and she's telling them to get out. The man's like, oh, well, no. You know, well, let me go. I must have the wrong room. No, you got the right room. And they're going on. And then Hannah says, no, you might want to let him go ahead on and go. So I'm looking at it, I'm saying, okay, so we all know that Hannah was like Candice. So I'm thinking that Hannah used to turn tricks, and do Hannah know maybe this guy is like undercover, and Candice ain't picking up on it, and Hannah just that motherfucking good horse that she's picking up on it and saying, yeah, he need to go. So they going back and forth, and then that damn Hannah dropped the bomb, child, and I about fell off this damn chair where Hannah said he needs to go because he's your father. I said, oh, shit. He's who? The fuck? Child, it's her goddamn daddy. I said, Hannah, bitch. And that's where it went off. I said, God damn it, Tyler. Got me again, honey. I said, ooh, okay. So I'm all in. I'm all in. I can't wait till next week, honey. I can't wait till the next time we see Hannah again. Baby, let's go. Let's go.